the way that I build my bots is that they actually ask you questions. So with ChatGPT, it's kind of like you're in control of the conversations, but with the bots, it's in reverse, because I know majority of my clients don't have the marketing business skills. So they actually need to be prompted by the AI. So that's how I build the bots.
Who wants to save 10 hours a week? 10 hours. Think about what you could do with that. Could you put it into other areas of your business? Could you spend that time on your fitness, downtime, reading a book? What would you do with those hours, those extra hours? Well, when I heard about this next guest, and that was one of her main headlines on her marketing, save 10 hours a week, every single week, I thought, wow, we've got to know a little bit about Jess Clark. So Jess and I are going to have a fantastic conversation. I want you to listen all the way through to the end, because she actually, right at the end of the show, gives you guys a strategy, a content strategy of what she does using AI specifically. And there's some things in there that it's definitely the stuff I do with our clients in our content marketing that not a lot of people know about. It's kind of like the secret sauce, if you will. And she shared how she basically does this, or how she brings AI in to help her. So yes, AI is involved in this conversation for sure. Jess Clark is known as the ChatGPT queen. She's helped over 1,200 women in business get started with ChatGPT, and she has four programs that she helps to do this, from just getting started with chat to growing and scaling a business to launching, which is soon to come as well, launching products and packages and memberships and things like that. So has these incredible programs. She uses it every single day in her own business, and she's really helping people through not only business use, but using it for your personal life. First part of this conversation we have is very much how she personally uses ChatGPT to keep her sane and focused, and with, understanding what her priorities are. So we go to a lot of places here with AI. I'm happy to bring her on the show. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Let's bring on Jess. Jess, welcome to the show. I'm really excited that you are here and for our amazing chat that we are about to have. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm really, really good. It's a bit cold here in Melbourne today, but we've got the heaters on, and I'm super excited to chat. That'll warm me up. I'm all fired up.
Excellent. Yes, we will have a good time, because we were just talking, guys, before. I literally have a heater at my feet right now. It's like blowing into my face. So yeah, I hear you. So good. Now, one thing that Jess had when I'm always looking around for amazing guests to bring you guys, and right smack bang on her website, it says that she helps you save 10 hours a week every single week. And I absolutely love that. And that's obviously exactly, guys, what we're trying to do on this show, is to help you guys with working smarter in your business. So this is going to be a really cool conversation. And yes, we are going to get into some of those tips and what you do specifically. But of course, we want to get to know you a little bit and how you deal with overwhelm and stay away from that hustle culture in your own business growth, Jess. So what are around 3 tips that you do in your own business to grow smarter?
Tip 1, use ChatGPT. Tip 2, use ChatGPT. Tip 3, use ChatGPT. Use AI.
Hilarious.
You're not, honestly. And we can even go back. I started my business in 2022. I had an 8-month-old.
Yeah.
And Ella, my eldest, she would have been around, nearly 3. And I thought, I thought I'd be able to do it. And this was me coming off the back of 12 years working in marketing, and I was like, I can bundle up all of that knowledge and I can sell it online like everybody else is doing right now. Super exciting. And I can do it at home with my kids. Amazing. This is all going to fit into my life. And I quickly learned that no, it doesn't. There is systems and funnels and you need to be showing up online quite a fair bit in order to make sales and connect and build a community. And straight away I was overwhelmed, totally overwhelmed right at the beginning. And it was just that complete lack of time And then I think you also just go into a space of, I've got so much to do and I have no idea where to even start to make a little dent in that to-do list.
So
So,
true.
yeah. So I think, yeah, in terms of tips, definitely, my life and my business completely turned around as the minute I started seeing the potential of what ChatGPT and what AI can do for us in business. So tip one, 100%, please use ChatGPT. Please use any AI that is going to help you just even think, like, not even if you're not going to create content using it, missing out on a big opportunity there. But if you're just going to use it to help you think and, like as a business coach almost, like just to help you go, okay, how can I prioritize what is going on in my head right now? How can I, map this out? How can I create a to-do list? It's basically you're giving artificial intelligence your to-do list and asking it to be like, what actually is a priority right now and what really doesn't even need to be done. And tip two, if ChatGPT can't do it, or if you're not comfortable using ChatGPT to do it, delegate. I outsource to 15 hours a week to a VA who's absolutely incredible. I've trained her up from the absolute get-go, and I cannot live without her now. So yeah, definitely leverage like other people to help support you. And then tip three is just having a really strong support system. I think that, even if it's just like, my husband's the best sounding board. I'll just say to him, like, I don't need you to say anything, but I just need you to listen for like, give me 15 minutes so I can just talk.
Just like dump. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you're not going to I know you're not in business. You don't have your own business. I know you're not going to get everything, but I just need to just have you listen. Just play. That's it. Yeah. So they're kind of
great tips.
You're going to tips. Yeah.
Yeah, there's amazing tips. It's really interesting. I've never heard anyone talk about using AI to help you think. That's cool, because I always talking to people around the business aspect, which yes, we're going to get into for sure. But like when you were saying about your to-do list, you might ask it to help you prioritize.
Yeah.
Walk me through that. So when you are feeling stressed out, like what do you do? Like, is there questions or prompts that you ask? What specifically might you do to help you get through overwhelm with ChatGPT?
The biggest piece of advice that I can give when working with ChatGPT is just to honestly talk to it like a person. So I will sit down and I'll say, hey, Chat, I am feeling really bloody overwhelmed right now. I have got so much on my brain. I am literally, because I'm the kind of person where I have got 100, I think I checked yesterday, I've got 176 tabs open in my internet browser on my phone, and my phone notes are like note after note after note after note. So I'll usually open up a new to do this week in my phone notes. So I'll copy and paste that. Chat, I've got these are from my phone notes. I'm going to give you just this list of stuff that's in my brain right now. And I'll literally just do a stream of consciousness blurt to Chat and be like, this is what's in my brain. This is what's on the list. This is what I really think needs my focus right now. Tell me what I should be doing, knowing, understanding what my skills and natural talents and strengths are. Tell me what I can be delegating to a VA, and tell me what you can do for me. So I'll get 3 lists, and I'll be like, okay, cool. Now I know exactly what I need to do. I need to send this, copy and paste it straight away. I'll send that through into a Telegram or an email off to my VA. Hey, this is what I need you to be helping pronto. And then the ChatGPT list, I'll put that into a Word document, and I'll slowly go through that and start working with Chat to create all of what it has said that it can do for me.
That is brilliant. Do you do this on a daily basis with prioritizing, or more? How often?
Probably more so weekly. Like on a Sunday, I find that that's pretty much I'll wake up on a Sunday morning and my brain, I don't know what it is about a Sunday, but my brain will just be on fire. I'll generally have a lot of ideas coming through on a Sunday morning. And that's when the phone notes start to come out. I do my content planning on a Sunday morning as well when the kids are having brekkie. Once again, I've got my phone notes out and I'll just kind of be like, okay, what am I going to post today? Monday, Tuesday, yep, cool. What am I emailing about on Tuesday? Yep, great. Thursday, okay, cool. And then that's where the to-do list starts happening. Now I've gotten into a pretty good rhythm with my VA, so she kind of has her own tasks for the week. It's more so probably during launches where you've got a launch happening, but you're still selling other things, and you've got people coming in that want, your attention and one-to-one. You've got DMs that are coming through asking other questions, and they might not necessarily might not be clients or even going to be buying from you, but you obviously still want to be answering them and, being a good person. Yeah. And you've just got like all this stuff happening. And then I've got the kids as well. And they're, wanting my attention during during that time. So yeah, that's where it can kind of be like, okay, I just need to really prioritize right now. Or if the kids get sick, we're like, at the top of winter at the moment in Melbourne. So that's in the back of my mind. I've got my little one who has the sniffles. So I'm like, is this going to turn into a full-blown flu? Or are we going to be like...
And then it gets passed around the household.
Totally. Or are we going to like have a bit of luck here and it's just going to be, 24 to 48 hours? Am I going to be sleeping tonight? What's that going to look like for me tomorrow? So, you've got all these things in the back of your head. And I just know it's more so, probably once a week I'll do that kind of sit down with chat. But it's just more not having that knowledge and the confidence that I can sit down and have those kinds of conversations and not have to pay a business coach, $5,000 to sit there and like knock this out. Yeah. I'm using AI. I'm using AI to do it as frequently as needed. And you might need it at the beginning a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. Look, this conversation alone is absolutely brilliant from a personal perspective. It's just such a great take on it. So thank you for sharing the examples and, just those ideas. And I want to change more into your business and what you're up to. Before we get there, though, you said you were working in marketing before. So give us a little bit of backstory. Like, what did you do before, and now what are you doing?
Yeah. So, oh my goodness, I'm one of these people that have had a lot of jobs. I kind of bounced around a fair bit. I worked at Channel 7. That was my first job at Network 7 in advertising. And I hated it after 12 months. I stuck it out for 2 years. And I was like, I don't want to do marketing. I don't want to do advertising. I don't want to do this anymore. So I started studying to be a teacher. This is like super early 20s. I would have been only like 21, 22 at this point. I started doing teaching, education degree. And I nannied like in my spare time. I have always absolutely loved children. So I nannied, and funnily enough, like 4 years later, one of the mums that I had previously nannied for reached out to me and was like, Jess, I'm starting a business. I want you to be the co-founder. Like, I want you to do all of the marketing side of things. I want you to look after the advertising. I've got like big ideas to grow this Australia-wide really, really, really quickly. She was funding the whole lot. So I was like, done. Let me in.
Let's do this. Totally.
So we did. Off we went. And then from there, it pretty much snowballed my career, I think, into heading up like digital marketing. At the time, it was still kind of quite a new thing in social, like to have a social media specialist on your team was quite new. So I was at an innovation consultancy as the head of marketing there. And that was amazing. I worked with so many massive, all the big name corporates that you can probably think of. I worked with to innovation consultancy. Basically, you're helping them come up with new and fresh ideas, and super exciting. And then, from there, what did I do? I moved government side after that because I knew I was going to start having babies soon. So I wanted that maternity leave. So that's what I did. I went government, and that was a massive learning curve with lots of red tape. And yeah, that was me until COVID, and then had another baby. And I think I had one day in the office for probably 4 or 5 years, I think, all up, and that was it. I
Yep.
quit my job last year, so I put in the resignation after I'd started my business, and have not looked back at all. But yeah,
Oh
such
my
a like
God.
lots, very very varied. Like
That's fantastic. That's amazing, your background and everything that you've done to lead
yeah,
you to now.
yeah.
What's your business? What are you up to? Tell us more.
What am I up to at the moment? So I started this business 2022, and I told you a little bit how difficult I found it until ChatGPT launched that November. So I did 8 months of really really hard. I don't even know if this is at that point I didn't think it was going to be possible for me. I kind of gave myself until Christmas to be like, I need to make the decision if I'm going to go back to my 9 to 5 in the new year. And I 100%
Yeah.
was pretty sure that I was going to have to do that. And then ChatGPT dropped that the 30th of November, and I started using it on the 30th of November. So I spent my summer just going like, is this going to work for me? Is it going to work for, my clients? Is it going to help me build my business? Is it going to help me create content? So it's taking that, that heavy weight off me having to create so much. And the answer was yes, 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 the whole time. So at the end of January, I had a masterclass out, sold out, how to use ChatGPT, get started with ChatGPT. And then since I feel like 2023 was like my whole testing ground. I spent a lot of time just trying to get as many launches under my belt because I found launching quite difficult and stressful and overwhelming. There are so many different moving parts. So I knew that I had to kind of put in a lot of reps to do as many launches as I could so that I could feel confident and have systems and processes in place. So I did that. I launched 10 times in 2023. And like I'm now at the point where I'm in the middle of a launch at the moment, and it has been the least stressful, the most carefree launch I have had the entire time because I've done the reps. Like I know what to expect. There's no curveballs, and it's been my most successful launch. Honestly, it's like I've ran the numbers even this morning, and I'm just like, holy, like how has that even happened? It's crazy, and I've actually had fun this launch.
Wow.
So and then where
Oh
are
my
we?
gosh. Did you just say 10 in a year, by the way?
Yes,
10 in,
every
oh my
pretty much
gosh.
nearly every
That's
month I
cool.
was launching something.
That's
So something
crazy.
new.
Well,
Yeah.
so how many programs do you have?
So at the moment, I've got GPT Party. So that is my purely like if you have not been using ChatGPT at all, or if you want to get started using ChatGPT, it's a membership that basically just helps you do that. $7 a month, like no brainer stuff. And then I've got another membership, AI BFF, and that helps you kind of build and scale. Or using AI. And now at the moment, the program that I'm launching that's brand new, it's in a beta offer, is called Build a Bot. So I'm teaching my clients how to build AI bots that basically do the work for you, which is super exciting. And then next month I'm going to start launching my latest offer, and this is it, four products, and then I'm done. Like that's and that's going to be called Launch Machine, where basically all of the things that I've been learning about launches, I'm creating different bots that basically do the launch for you, using my methods and systems and all the things. But that's it for
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That is amazing. Oh my God. So you have a lot going on for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get into some of the actual tactics on how you've helped somebody, really actually have somebody that's come into one of your programs, before and after, case study, walk us through. I'm happy for you to give a shout out to somebody or not, whatever you're comfortable with, but tell me what program they took, what was their business or life like before, and then what did they do specifically with you to get an amazing result?
Yeah. So one of my clients, Lee, she came into my program AI BFF. So this is the one, there's 4 pillars. There's AI, there's brand, there's business, there's content. So the idea is that you come in, majority of the time when people come into a program like this, they'll start a little bit backwards. Like you'll start doing like a business strategy where I go, the biggest problem that I see is content. Like people need to just start creating content in a much more streamlined, smart way. So I kind of get that out of the way first. I'm like, let's do content pillars and let's get you really confident in figuring out exactly what you need to be talking on a daily basis, and then start looking back at your business strategy and your offers, and we can iterate your content as you go, but let's just make your life easier right now. So Lee came into the program. She was a VA at the time, and had a team, agency model, and was super, super busy, and wanted to really kind of move away from a space where there was just so much hustle. She was just like, this is very, like, there's a lot managing a team, managing my own content, and having to kind of like grow, so that, I can pay my team and they're all going to have work and I'm going to have work. So she was just kind of like, this is a lot. So working with me, and with ChatGPT, she kind of figured out that she was a lot more than a VA, and that a lot of the time and the stuff that she wanted to be doing was a lot more in the OBM space. And that was where her strengths lie. She's a very systems oriented. She's awesome. And she ended up moving away from agency. So she got rid of her entire team and was like, I just want to be personal brand, and I want to be able to leverage what I'm really good at. And just grow as kind of me. And this is all kind of happening at the moment. So the latest kind of news that I've gotten from Lee is that one of the bots that I've recently built, one of the first bots that I built, her name's Olivia Bot. And Lee has been in business for 8 years, and she has not been able to create a lead magnet. She has always wanted one, but she has never been able to find the time, find the bandwidth. She's kind of looked at the time, other VAs in the field and been like, everyone's got the same lead magnets. And I know I don't know how to articulate what I could potentially create for my audience that's really high value. I know there's something there. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't like get it out. So this Olivia bot, she sat down with Olivia and she got asked questions. Olivia, the way that I build my bots is that they actually ask you questions. So with ChatGPT,
that's smart.
Yeah, with ChatGPT, it's kind of like you're in control of the conversations, but with the bots, it's in reverse, because I know majority of my clients don't have the marketing business skills. So they actually need to be prompted by the AI. So that's how I built the bots. So Lee was prompted to come up with, these lead magnets by Olivia. And within an hour, she had created 2 lead magnets within an hour. And she has been trying to build one for 8 years. She hasn't been able to think of one. And she was like, I have got 2 in 1 hour using AI. And she's like, and the bots were only like Olivia bot. The main purpose of her was to just come up with an idea that's really aligned to your offer, so that it's a no-brainer. Like someone downloads your freebie and then goes, well, it just makes sense now to pay for your offer, or now or in the future. But so it did that, but then it also took the next step and it actually started writing the lead magnets for Lee. And Lee was like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Brilliant.
So now, like, you can just see the shift. Like, she's gone from VA thinking like, this is going to be my life. This is the way that I need to make money. I've got to have a team. I've got to be in this hustle culture. I've got to be managing people, not necessarily utilizing my strengths 100%. I've just got to keep earning money, to being like, no, I actually can take control and be like, this is what I want my business to really look like. And I can move really, really quickly using AI. So that's what she's been doing. And we're doing her messaging and things at the moment and building out her offers. And we do it all with AI. So within a day, there is so much that can happen within a day. It's crazy.
That is amazing. So when you're working with her in this group, so it's a group, right, that goes through the program at the same time?
Yeah, correct.
Cool. Is she getting one-on-one like support from you? How does that all work?
Yeah, so every Friday I run an office hours, and what that basically looks like is that everyone just gets hot seat coaching together. So whoever kind of comes in first, I'll be like, yep, cool, you're up. If you've got a big problem, or if you need nut something out a little bit longer, then we can stay on the chat just one-on-one. But generally it's it's in front of the group. But Lee and I, and look, a lot of the AI BFF members will just DM me things as well a lot of the time. So we kind of like do that as well. But it's just mainly through the group coaching and the DMs that this has all kind of been happening. So I'm just so excited for it. Yeah, it's just.
I mean, you've helped to bring her out of a business that she obviously just was drowning in and no longer was in love with, and have given her spark, her life back. And I mean, just it's an incredible life change and shift that you've helped her with. And I know that's just one. I'm sure you have loads more where she came from, but that's an amazing thing that you are doing in this world, Jess, like with these individuals, because with the advent of AI, people are still like, oh, AI, like you go in and say, write me an email, or write like there's still such a rudimentary understanding of what it is, and so people are putting out content that's samey sounding and all that sort of stuff. And the guidance that you're putting out there sounds absolutely brilliant. And I want to talk a little bit around your tips on ChatGPT and AI in general when you're working with your clients. What are some of the things that you say to people that are new to it to help them get better results with it?
Yeah, I think a lot of the time, as you said, people will kind of come into the ChatGPT platform and be like, write me an email, come up with Instagram ideas, and it's the worst thing that you could possibly do. You actually need to do a lot of work with the AI in order for it to understand who you are, what offers you have, how you want it to sound, so your brand voice, who your ideal client is. Basically everything that you would have inside a brand strategy, you need to put that into ChatGPT. So this is where, when people say like, that we're going to start losing marketing and branding and VAs, and we're not. It's the people that are using ChatGPT, they're going to be the ones that are sticking around, because it's the strategies and the processes and the way that marketing and branding actually works that's all up here. And that's why I can use it so well. But yes, you need to basically be putting all of that information into ChatGPT to start off with, and then saying, okay, do you have enough information? Ask me anything that you need to know in order for you to work to your best potential and create this content for me that we're about to work on.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I love it. Now, with the future of AI and where we're going, because you talked about the bots, and I've been hearing people talk about building agents. So it's probably a similar sort of thing where they can do the work for you based on your business systems and tools that you use. Where are we headed? Like, what do you think's coming up in the next 6 months on how to use the tool?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how fast everything's happening. So I know that ChatGPT 5, so 4.0 got released about a month ago now. So that's the newest version of ChatGPT, but ChatGPT 5, if you were watching this, so I've been told that the data is like a size of a walnut, let's say, for ChatGPT 4.0 that it's been trained on, and the size of 5 is like a watermelon. So 5, if we get told that, like 5 is going to be a lot better, faster. Just, I can't even say what that even means right now because we haven't been there yet. Within the last 12 hours, OpenAI and Apple have partnered up. So we know now that the next iPhone is going to have ChatGPT integrated into it. So I think there's a lot of work that's going on around the scenes by a lot of the big corporates. Everybody is looking at how they can integrate AI into their services, because I think there's one, I can't even remember the last statistics. It was absolutely crazy. It could have been, I don't even know. So let's say 1 billion people that are going onto the ChatGPT platform every single month. I know it's in the billions. I need to double check those numbers, but it just blew my mind. But every single month, that's how many people are hitting the website to use it. So, and only 35% of women in business. So we need to increase those numbers. So Yeah.
Yes, totally agree with that. But
Yes.
that's it
A
yeah,
lot.
wow. I mean, it's
Yeah.
only been out for such a short amount of
I
time,
know. Yeah.
and oh
Less
my
than two
God. And
years.
you know what? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Mhm.
And I feel like that this is an incredible tool that is going to enable women, because if like you said, it's almost like a trainer, a coach.
Yeah.
As long as you know how to use it properly, it's going to help people get ahead in so many quicker ways. And
Mhm.
also in the feminine space of doing business as well, there's a lot of collaboration and amazing things that can come out of it. So, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
wow. How exciting for you to be in
Yeah.
this business in
Yeah.
this moment in time, doing what you're doing on this planet with these amazing business owners. Wow. Okay. I want to know, as we start to wrap up here in a few minutes, who is your ideal client? So who can you help with these amazing programs, almost four programs that you have?
So pretty like definitely B2B service based coaches, course creators. Females. I've got one male in my program, and I only let him in because his ideal client is actually a mum. So I was like, okay, cool, you've
You're
convinced me, and he's a
helping.
lovely guy. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But everybody
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely ideal client is female. Um, majority of mums in some capacity, caregivers, and that's just that extra element of being super busy and having half your brain, pretty much more like probably a quarter of your brain, can be designated to business, and all of the rest is to kind of mum life and helping your family. But generally just that really, really busy woman that just kind of wants to be able to grow her business the way that she has envisioned it. She might not have even envisioned it yet. She might not have even dreamt it yet, because that's the cool thing with about AI and ChatGPT, is that because you can move so fast, that dream is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's what it's allowing us to do. But yes, that's definitely my ideal client, is just that real go get a woman that is like, I am going to do this. I've got grit, and I am going to persevere, and I'm going to show up every single day. And I know that I need help to do it, but I'm going to get there. Like that's the woman that I want to be working with.
Love it. And then how, because I know she's listening, by the way. So
Yeah.
how does she reach out to you? What's the best next steps for her to connect with you?
Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. So my what is it? The handle is at the Jess Clark. So no Clark. And just send me a DM. Like even if it's just to chat, have a look through my content, see what I'm about. And yeah, I'd love for you to reach out. Love to talk.
Reach out, you guys, and you do some really great videos and reels on your Insta as well. So it's worth you guys going over and checking out Jess and just see what she's up to with her content as well. I wonder how much of those are assisted with AI.
All of them. All of them. All of them.
I
All of
love it.
them.
Actually, yeah, because I'm hearing people saying to me like, how
Mm-hmm.
on that, and then we'll wrap up with
Mm-hmm.
your content that you create.
Mm-hmm.
What part do you do
Mm-hmm.
versus do you just do the recording and everything else is AI? Like what part do you do versus AI?
Okay, so I'll quick process. So in terms of
Yeah.
having my marketing background, you need to have a content strategy. So that just means I know exactly what I need to be posting every single week to make sure that I am not only growing my audience, but I'm building relationships, I'm connecting with people, and I'm also making money. I'm getting conversions. So that's what a content strategy does. Then I know, okay, well, I generally want to be posting 4 to 5 times a week. I go, okay, out of those 4 to 5 times a week, what's that going to be? Is it going to be 3 B rolls? That's generally going to grow my audience. I'm going to do 1 talking reel and I'm going to do 1 carousel. So I make intentions around how many times I'm going to post and what that actually includes. Then I go, okay, what's each of those ideas going to be for those posts, aligning back to my content strategy. I know that I need problem aware content. I know that I need content that's going to show my client transformations or my transformations. I know that I need to have social proof. I know I need to have storytelling. I know that I need to also have, oh my goodness, kind of educational but story based as well. So that's all part of my content strategy. So then I add all of those in. I'll put all of that into ChatGPT and I'll be like, come up with my ideas. So come up with ideas. This for the B-roll, that's going to be a problem aware piece of content. So it could be like, we do a lot of the POV pieces of content that you might have seen these days, or the
Yeah,
memes.
totally. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I put all of that into ChatGPT. So you really need to give chat that level of strategy and structure. And then it comes up with all of my ideas. I'll kind of iterate based on that, what I like, what I don't like. Captions are all done in ChatGPT. I'll film everything. It can give me ideas for B-roll content, although I'm okay with that now. And then yeah, away you kind of go. Hooks, like if I need something that's a bit more of a stronger hook than what I can think of, yep, this isn't strong enough. Tell me what I can do here to make it, a bit more, I wouldn't say clickbaity, but more kind of more attraction, more that's going to like really, really stop the scroll from my ideal client. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Captions straight away. I use ChatGPT to repurpose into all of my emails, so I make my content work smarter.
All the ideas, all the hooks, all the captions, all the emails. Brilliant. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Guys, I just had to ask that last question because I know that the content, but doing content well, that is the key, not just vanilla content. And if you want Jess's help, you've got to go hang out with her and see what she's up to and sign up for her programs. And as we get ready to go, do you have any last words of advice or wisdom that have come to you from our conversation today that you would like to share with our listeners?
I think just keep going. I know that it can be really hard. You can have really, really hard days. You can. But just keep going, like a little bit. Even if you just tick that one thing off the to-do list for the day, that's okay. And don't feel guilty about that. Just keep going. Like the next day you might tick 10 things off, and the next day you might tick 12 things off. And then the next day you might tick another one thing off. And that's okay. Business is so up and down and you never know what's around the corner. You've just got to keep chipping away. And the good thing is, I guess, is, to bring ChatGPT into it, it can allow you to chip away a lot faster. That's the good thing about it.
Totally agree. And thank you so much for being here and sharing your backstory and case studies and tips and ideas. It's been an absolute pleasure having this conversation.
Very welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Heather.
Thank you.